welcome you to the broadcast booth along with Tom Brady. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. And Tom, those two plays were the story they have, right? Seattle had the ball on the 1 and on the 2, and they got 3 total points because of those miscues. So Buffalo gets it first, but how did the Seahawks get back in it?
Yeah, those self-inflicted wounds are certainly killing them offensively and defensively. What do they have to do? They got to get the ball back. They got to stop this Buffalo Bills offense, which they've had their chances of doing that.
Yeah.
And they got to score one touchdown. Make it a one-score game. Anything can happen. It cannot turn into a pass-a-thon. Let me say that. They can't decide that we want to throw the ball now 40 times. The weather's tough. Bills still have a very dominant pass rush against this, I would say, struggling offensive line, but at times they're getting overpowered by this Bills D line. So maintain their balance on offense, make it a one-score game, and get out to a fast start here on defense. Going to be very important as they start this half.
Yeah, and give credit to Josh Allen and that offense. They went 90-plus yards on both scoring drives today. Seattle has 1 yard rushing the ball today. Hard to believe with a back like Kenneth Walker. So that's the first half story. Now we begin quarter number 3 with Buffalo getting it.
In terms of what happened between Jaron Reed and Derek Hall, which started on the field and then migrated over to the sideline where the tempers flared and then the two made up, McDonald was unaware of what had transpired behind him on the sideline. The two came out. Everything seemed to be copacetic.
Josh Allen and the Bills about to be 6-2, and there it is. Impressive for Sean McDermott in Buffalo. And for Mike McDonald and the Seahawks fall to 4-4, but still right into the thick of it in the NFC West. But Allen and the Bills, they are feeling pretty good. They win their 3rd in a row. They come to Seattle where Josh Allen plays for the first time, and they crush the Seahawks.
What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee tapping back in, man, and what a win for Bills Mafia, man. Like, real talk, did y'all just see this game? That clip in the very beginning was coming into the second half, and you heard it, man. The Seahawks got down to the 1 and to the 2, walked away with 3 points. It was wild, wet conditions out there, but the Bills didn't let it affect them, man. They turned the fuck up. Like, this was a big game. Minus the only negative to this game is Josh Allen throwing his first interception. But, you know, that was an afterthought, I guess. But I still like, oh, man, I wish he still had that streak going, man. But the freaking Seahawks defenders were fighting with each other. It was just all bad. You heard Brady and what's-his-face chopping it up leading into the second half. Like, hey, they got down there, they didn't get any points. The Bills got the offense going. Geno Smith don't want to get into a shootout with Josh Allen. In the second half was just all Bills. I mean, they mollywopped the Seahawks. That score doesn't really tell the story of the game. It's one of them type games. And the only other negative thing I guess someone could say about this game, but I don't necessarily look at it as a negative, is Amari Cooper having such low stats. What do you have, like 1 reception for 3 yards or something like that? But you see this tweet here, I love this. This is a big part of Amari Cooper coming to Buffalo that just changed it up so much. I mean, the wide receiver by committee thing that we were doing with the departure of Stephon Diggs, which, wow, too, man. Diggs, you know, was talking his ish a couple weeks ago when we lost to the Texans, which is an afterthought now at this point. Bills on a 3-game win streak. You see us sitting atop the AFC East. It ain't even close. We're going to clinch that division with a good amount of weeks left. I guarantee it, man. No one's fucking with us, man. But Diggs, you know, it was said didn't shake hands, embrace prior to the game, but I didn't even peep. You see him and Josh did hug it out after the game. But anyways, with Amari Cooper, you see right here, Air Raid Buffalo. The only correct Amari Cooper take today is the following. I love how his gravity opens up things for other guys. Can't wait till he's acclimated and gets more involved in this offense himself. Anything else is attention-seeking commentary. So, like, listen, we were doing the wide receiver by committee thing. Offense was doing all right or whatever. You know, we're a good squad. You see our record, 6-2. You see what it is. But like you see this guy talking ish, missing Amari Cooper, 1 reception, 3 yards, suspect, Josh Allen's bitch ass, some hating ass Rams page. Amari put up some decent numbers last week. His first reception as a Bill was for 7, was for a touchdown. But man, like, he opened things up for these other great receivers we have. Like, it totally changed the game. That was such a big deal, a big move, bringing him to town, man. And you see it. Look at all these numbers too. James Cook, 117 yards on the ground, 2 TDs. Cook was cooking. Geno, man, sloppy game. That fumble that went over his head, he couldn't get Ish going. You see him getting picked off by the big man. That was a big momentum shifter there. But look at Allen, 24-34, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, that 1 interception we talked about. 283 yards passing. Geno, 21-29, 212, 1 pick, no TDs. Trubisky came in, you know what I'm saying, to spell Josh Allen, take a couple knees or whatever. But look at these numbers receiving. Shakir, 9 receptions for 107, a 35-yard on the long end. Keon, man, who him and Josh are developing amazing chemistry. How dope was that on that touchdown that he had where, I forget, I got a short up. I'm feeling these YouTube shorts, man. Shout out to Scotty B. Pimpin' and New Age Plug for putting me up on game like coffee. Fluck with them shorts. It's a lot of fun. A bit more you can do when it comes to the shorts and all that. But on the same, we got down in the red zone. Josh goes to Keon, the defender. I forget, was it Wheeling? I forget his name or whatever. He broke up a play on either I think first or second and goal. He was talking big-ish, you know, flexing on Keon Coleman. A couple of plays later, 3rd down, Josh goes back to Keon, same exact play, just flipped, and he brings it in for a beautiful one-handed grab. And that's where the commentators were talking a lot about how his basketball background just makes such a big deal, boxing people out and everything like that. Different position, but also a receiving position, tight end, right? Today was National Tight End Day today. How about Dalton Kincaid getting that big touchdown before the half? That was huge. But remember Gates, was it Antonio Gates that played for the Chargers? He was a basketball player, I believe, in college as well. And he used that skill set on the football field in a major way. But Keon, 5 for 70, 1 touchdown, 25-yard for his longest reception. Dawson Knox, 2 receptions for 50. Kincaid, 4 for 31 and a TD. Cook, 3 for 22. And Amari, 1 for 3. So, you know, it is what it is. It's the second game with the Bills. He's just still getting acclimated with the offense. Again, his first reception with his team was a touchdown. Like, just his presence out there just opened things up in a major way. So everyone out there talking all that hater rash-ish, get the fuck out of here. And how about the Bills Mafia? We're known to show up other places, right? And turn up and, you know, take over. But the 12th man in Seattle, which I remember going to Rich Stadium back in the day, and it said 12th man up there. I don't know if we were saying that before the Seahawks were or whatever, but their 12th man presence was dwarfed by Bills Mafia. Like, we came into their house and took it over in the rain, their conditions, you know what I mean? Like, just how Buffalo, we get all that snow. It was like the equivalent of that. If someone came in a blizzard and obliterated the Bills and their fan base took over the stadium, that's what we did in Seattle. Josh Allen said, shout out Bills Mafia during his post-game interview. Bills fans were evident despite being in one of the loudest environments in Seattle. At times, it sounded like a home game for Buffalo. Big facts, and that's what it is, man. Best fan base in sports, best fan base in football. And when I see Josh Allen interviewing, being asked about Joe Brady and how much he has helped him in the Bills offense, I just get sick wishing Joe Brady back with Joe as a Bengals offensive coach. I don't know, so that person ain't a Bills fan. I don't know what that was about. But man, it was just a pummeling, man. We beat the brakes off of the Seahawks, and this is so huge at this point in the season for the offense to be clicking like this. Keon Coleman, that chemistry, the defense played very well. Just, this is what you want to see at this point in the season. It's great, man. Bills are 6-2 or better for the 4th time since 2017. Josh Allen, 22-6 against the NFC. Bills are 7-2 against West Coast teams since 2017. And Buffalo won its first game over a team with a winning record in 2024. Interesting stat there. We got divisional matchup next week against the Dolphins. I can't wait to obliterate them as well. Like, I'm expecting another blowout, man. Like, the Bills are really firing on all cylinders, man. This is just great. You know, you see the NFL recognizing it here on their account. They say Josh Allen and Keon Coleman are becoming quite the duo. Man, like, what more can I say? It was just an amazing game. It was great, exciting. Like, the Seahawks didn't stand a chance. You heard Brady talking about, you know, in the clip I had in the beginning, talking about coming into the second half, like, it's basically been all Bills and the Seahawks, and it was just all Bills from that point on. Like I said, that 31-10 just doesn't even tell the story. But man, what a game. I'm excited. You see Josh Allen in his post-game tweeting saying when asked, is this one of the best games of the season, he says it's up there. I love it, man. Like, I'm happy. All my fellow Bills fans, like, tap in, comment your thoughts across the board about the game, about everything. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We talk music, news, sports, and more over here. It's all about interacting with all y'all out there, the good people of the blogosphere. And I was happy too, my good buddy Jay Millie, who I'm gonna go try to slide over into his live. He's watching his Niners play this primetime game. We helped them out, beating his divisional rival Seahawks. As you heard the commentators in the clip, one of the clips I used in the beginning there, saying, man, you know, Bills are 6-2 on a 3-game win streak and in a very important stretch of our schedule. We got the Chiefs in a few weeks too as well, I think. I can't wait for that. But what is Seattle, 4-4? In the thick of it in the NFC West, and you know, the Niners are in the thick of it as well. So shout out to my guy Jay Millie. We keep saying we might get that Bills Niners Super Bowl one of these years. As all my Bills fans that go way back, like me, my fellow Bills Mafia, that, you know, like, this is in your blood. You came up on this, you know what I mean? Your first memories in life. Like, one of my first memories dating back that I can remember is watching that first Super Bowl against the Giants. I remember all those Super Bowls. I remember, you know, it was tough, man. But Berman and a lot of analysts back then kept picking Bills Niners in those Super Bowls. Obviously, it was Bills Giants, Bills Washington. We can't even, you know, now they're the Commanders, right? And then back-to-back against Dallas, all NFC East teams, which is crazy because we dominated the NFC in those seasons and even beat the Giants, like, I think the next year or that year. One of the years, the second year against the Cowboys, we beat them like week 2. We were undefeated, I think, the regular season against those NFC teams, period. We just couldn't win the big game, man. And this team you see here turning up again, firing on all cylinders. Like, I'm really thinking this is the year. I'm loving what I'm seeing. And you know, I can't wait till we play the Chiefs in a couple weeks, as we've been beating them in regular season in this stretch since the Super Bowl has been, a window has been open. You know what I mean? It's we just got to get them in the playoffs, and I'm confident we will. Like, I really believe in this team. You know what I mean? I'm not just turned up off a win. I'm being a realist. I really think all the pieces are coming together, man. You see all these players that left. But what I was going to say is, all those years, before I talk about the players that left, a lot of analysts kept picking Bills Niners. It never happened. We played them once in that stretch, and it was the first NFL game ever. The Bills won the game. It was a shootout, a high-scoring affair, if I remember correctly. It was the first game ever in the history of the NFL to not have a single punt in a whole game. It's crazy. But we could get that Bills-Niners Super Bowl now. That would be so dope, man. So shout out my guy, Jay Millie. But yeah, these players that left, as you see this tweet here by Albert Breer addressing this, he says, this is a Bills team that let Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Mitch Morse, and Stephon Diggs go this offseason. Also Gabe Davis as well. They're up 31-3 in Seattle, which obviously Seattle gotta prevent basically a garbage time TD. We were in a super soft prevent. About to be 6-2, and the AFC East race is effectively over. Huge display of that program strength in the QB's value too. Like, he says it all right there, man. Like, this is exciting, man. It's exciting time to be alive. It's exciting time to be a Bills fan. I'm amped the fuck up. I'm turned up. What a W. Go Bills. Hit the comments, everyone out there. Let's talk. Subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace and God bless.